I'm Dr. Samantha with Walk the Natural Path. I'm a naturopathic doctor that specializes in hormone health and fertility, and today we're going to talk about how your gut health matters for your fertility. So welcome to another YouTube video. Today we're going to talk all about your gut and why it actually matters for fertility. This is a really complex topic, so I'm going to try to kind of cram as much information into this video as I can. So I do have a gut health and fertility masterclass if you want to go on and learn more details about the gut health, but this video is going to outline the basics for you and I really hope you enjoy it. Let's get to it. So what do we first need to know? I always say what we first need to know is the role of the gut. What we do know is it plays an important role in digestion and absorption of nutrients, but what most people don't know is that it also has a major role in our immune system and our reproductive microbiome. So we have our own gut microbiome, but our reproductive microbiome is really, really important and it's totally influenced by our gut health. So we need to have a healthy gut, not only to absorb the proper nutrients that our system needs to be able to get pregnant, but we also need to have a healthy gut to have a healthy immune system, which is also an important player when it comes to getting pregnant. And so we have a healthy reproductive microbiome, which again is very, very important when it comes to pregnancy. So what are things that can impact gut health? Inflammation, I feel like we all know that one. Yo-yo dieting, excessive exercising, under-exercising, stress. Ultimately, your gut health is very strong, but you'd be surprised at the things that kind of shift it. I didn't say antibiotics earlier, and that's actually a really big one. If you have a history of antibiotic use as a young adult or just as a child, that can actually even impact your gut health and microbiome to impact your fertility today, which is crazy to think about, right? Because no one thinks about the things that they do as a child could actually impact something later on, like their gut health. So we already talked about the major roles that gut plays in our optimal health, but how does it truly contribute to fertility? So what we haven't talked about yet is that gut health can actually impact egg quality, sperm quality, and implantation. I feel like that seems out of the blue for so many people, but having reduced inflammation, having a healthy immune system, having a healthy gut, having a healthy microbiome is going to matter for those things that I just talked about. So what most people don't know is that 70% of your immune system is actually in your gut. That's a big deal. So what I really like to emphasize is that a healthy gut equals a healthy immune system. A healthy immune system actually increases good, healthy implantation rates. Why do I say this? A lot of people don't really know this, or if they know it, they don't really think about it, but an embryo is technically a foreign object. Our body is trained to attack foreign objects. So what happens is we need to have a healthy immune system that can recognize that the embryo is a good foreign object and that we don't want to attack it with our immune system. In order to have that, like I said, it needs to be healthy. So if we have a healthy gut, that's going to equal a healthy immune system, which is going to equal a healthy implantation. Those are some of just the basic roles that the gut has when it comes to our optimal health and fertility. I just wanted to emphasize those to paint this picture of how important the gut truly is. What are symptoms that tell us that we probably need to treat the gut? That's going to be bloating, constipation, diarrhea, acne, anxiety, chronic stress, and just so much more. Honestly, when it comes to it, almost any symptom, I feel like we can somehow link back to the gut. So it's going to be really important to test, in my personal opinion, pretty much all my fertility cases. There are also some diagnoses that have been linked to more imbalanced gut health. Those include PCOS and endometriosis. So if I have a patient who has PCOS or endometriosis, I'm actually encouraging them even more so to get a gut health test done. What are going to be the recommended labs for gut health? So I'm a huge fan of a test called the GI map. It's this guy. I really, really like it. I am biased towards this one. It is a DNA and PCR analysis, which makes it pretty accurate and honestly pretty affordable compared to all the other GI tests that I've seen out there. That one can range from like $360 to $390 when, if I'm being totally honest, I see tests above $400 into the $500 ranges. So I really think it's a really good price point for what it gives you. It tests bacteria, candida, parasites, fungus, commensal bacteria, so that good bacteria that we really want in our system. It's going to test for our inflammation markers, even gluten sensitivity markers, as well as the marker for leaky gut, which is known as secretory IgA. That's actually an immune component of the gut. And it tests also acute pathogens and things like that. So it is a really well-rounded test that I highly recommend. I also recommend candida antibodies via the serum. I know a lot of people love the oat test. I personally don't work with that one a ton, but those are other good tests that you can do. A stool test from LabCorp or Quest, I honestly haven't had the best results with. So it's, in my opinion, to definitely pay the out-of-pocket to try to get a really good gut test that's well-rounded. Now, what I do recommend is finding a practitioner that knows how to actually read them and treat based off that. I feel far too often so many people just want to get the gut test and then they get it back and they're like, I have no idea what I am doing with this. So make sure you do have someone that you can work with and that you trust to give you a nice treatment plan based off your results. After you get tested, you should get a very clear picture of what you should do for the gut. I get a lot of people that ask me like, well, what should I do? The basic healthy habits for gut health are going to be fiber, fiber, fiber. So we want at least 28 to 30 grams a day. And if you're below that, I recommend slowly increasing your fiber intake throughout each day, because sometimes if you go to 0 to 100, you can actually cause more uncomfortability, bloating, because you just didn't slowly work your way up. Your system's not used to that much fiber yet, so just give it a chance. Eating healthy fats is also going to be really important for the gut health. Those are omega-3s, seeds, nuts, fish, olive oil, good stuff like that. Getting enough sleep is going to be important. I'm always emphasizing sleep, you know me, so sleep, sleep, sleep. Waking up feeling well rested. Sometimes though, if you're getting enough sleep but you're not waking up well rested, that could be a gut health issue or a hormone issue, so I would recommend getting that checked out. Exercising regularly is also really important. I have lots of videos on movement, so be sure to check those out. And ultimately, creating a supplement plan that is for your specific gut health and will treat your specific root cause. Honestly, a lot of people love to do prebiotics and probiotics, but I don't even recommend those, at least at not very high doses, not until we get testing done, because there are people who do have overgrowth of the commensal bacteria, so the good bacteria. It's kind of like a Goldilocks situation where we don't want too much or too little, we want just the right amount. So again, a lot of times instead of just treating and assuming, I really like to get those tests done first. Anyway, thank you so much for being here today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to put them in the comments below. My gut health masterclass will also be linked below. There'll be way more details on the things that we discussed today, things like specific foods that you want to eat, specific supplements for different types of issues that may pop up on a GI test, as well as specific gut healthy meal ideas. Again, we come up with a new video every single Friday, so please don't forget to turn on your notifications and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done already. Please give this video a thumbs up. I will thoroughly appreciate it, and have a beautiful rest of your day.